This is a story about how I remember when I was gonna be born as a baby. This is me when I was a baby. Okay, this is what I remember. I was in this room. This was not my original bedroom. This is just the bedroom I moved into from the other bedroom that I was in. The only reason why I wanted to move into this bedroom, this used to be my sister's bedroom. And the only reason why I wanted to move into this bedroom because I saw her in her bed one time and she stood up when I came in there or something, and this angel, for real, was floating above her, like flew above her. And I just got a few glimpses of it because it just happened so fast. And I was like, well, I want to move in this room when she moves out because I want to try something different. Even though I miss that room so much. And I've seen other things in there too. Okay. My mother was sitting over here on the bed. And I came in there and I could see my mom's aura glowing and stuff. She's always glowing all the time. And I was just looking at her. And I don't know what she said. I just started seeing all this light between us. It was like dream weaving. And all of a sudden, I could remember things from her past when she was pregnant with me. She was pregnant with me. And I remember, this is memories, that I was this ball of light. This floating ball of light. And I was going through this tunnel. Like, it looked just like this. Like, these colors and everything. Like, installation colors. And it looked like a hologram. And there was this tunnel, and I was just going in it. This ball of light, going down the tunnel, going through the tunnel. That, and then where I ended up was inside my mother's belly. Inside, going through this tunnel, I was going right inside the baby's pineal gland. Inside my mother's womb. I was in there, the baby. So I went inside of her belly, inside of the pineal gland. Through this insulation, ugly, fuchsia-looking pink colors. And there I was inside the baby's head. You know, the pineal gland. And that's what I remember. And I remember when I was this ball of light, I was basically sitting just like this. Indian style, meditation style. And while I was inside that ball of light, inside of the pineal gland, for real, where the seat of the soul is, okay, I was sitting like this. And what I could see was like my body when I was all grown up, or even now, because I got to see past, present, futures, bodies of myself in this life. All my hairstyles were just changing, simultaneously just changing. Like once I had all this layered light and then other different hairstyles going back and forth. And I was like, why would I cut my hair during that time? Because it was just happening so fast. And there was a point in my life where I did cut my hair all shaggy after it was like way this long, all the way to my hips. And, you know, I just kept on seeing that. And eventually, and I could see it grow really, really long, too. Even longer than this. And I kept on seeing these. And Well, guess what's really cool about that, since my soul went to the pineal gland? You know, while I was still in my mother's womb, while she was pregnant with me, I could astral project, and I was just floating around my mother, just observing, while this cord was still connected to me and the baby now, since that I entered through that insulation-looking tunnel. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah. So how it looks, giving you a visual of the tunnel. And me just flowing a ball of light going through it. Don't have any recognitions of how I was getting through that ball, getting through that tunnel as a ball of light. It wasn't my choice. It was just moving without me. And I just went with it. And what's really interesting about that is, okay, the doctors say, okay, the Egyptians, they all say that this is the seat of the soul, the pineal gland. You're insane, the membrane inside the middle of your brain, you know, where people are always talking about decalcify your pineal gland so you'll get more visions in your third eye, the third eye, you know. Well, the Egyptians say after 49 days of being pregnant, the soul goes into its body. And the doctors say it takes exactly 49 days for the pineal gland to actually develop. Imagine that. The pineal gland's developed after 49 days. The Egyptians said after 49 days, the soul enters the pineal gland. You see what I'm saying? So I guess that's what was happening. And I can remember it. And there's this other story that I have about my friend. She says that she remembers being born. And when she was born, she says, it's just like opening a whole new book. Wait, what is a book? And then all of a sudden everything went black. And she just had to relearn everything. Like when she entered the brain, the new brain, the brain that's just starting to develop. I mean, the soul's like ancient forever or whatever. But the brain is brand new. So once you enter the brain, you're going to go into it and become its body and only remember what it's experienced at the time. Because it doesn't exist as anything until you're in it and it's starting to exist as whatever it is, and memories start to develop, and then you start gaining memories off that life, and you'll just be in that life remembering it. But you also have a spirit that can remember things too while you're inside of the brand new body, just learning everything for this first time, doing everything its whole life, you know. But the soul is still there inside of us. Does that make any sense? So that's my story of how I remember when I was, before I was born. And I could also remember something behind going through the tunnel. I could almost remember before that passed back, but I got scared and I decided to just keep going and going, you know. And that's the story about. I remember I was in the womb being born. I remember before I was born. Okay, thank you for listening to my story. Stay tuned for more. Okay, there were some things that I left out of that. Remembering before I was born stuff, okay? Well, I got more memories than just dream weaving about me going to my mom's mom's belly, where this body, when it was a baby, before it was born, my spirit went into there, okay? Okay. I also got pictures of when my mom and dad were wearing matching shirts at the fair. And I also got memories of my mom when she was like 10 years old. She told everybody that she stopped sucking her thumb when she was 10, but she hid it from everyone until she was like at least 12 years old. Or it was about when she said she quit sucking her, yeah, somewhere in between 10 and 11. But she didn't stop sucking her thumb until a different age or something like that is what I picked up on. And that was hilarious. And so I wanted to say that. And also, I remember when I was in her belly as she was pregnant with me, I could remember her wearing blue And I was at my own baby shower. I can remember it because I would astral project outside of my mother's belly every now and then just to view my environment. And I remember seeing my mom wearing blue and at the baby shower and stuff like that. Isn't that so weird? So it's really cool because during that time, I was like telling my mom, oh, I'm still remembering a little bit of stuff about, you know, sharing auras, memories with you, dream weaving, okay? And so I'd go back and forth to her, tell her, I remember this when you were so-and-so, when you were 16, and you and my dad were wearing matching shirts at the at some fair and stuff like that. And it was all true. It was really cool. So whatever, bits and pieces I just want to add in there. Thank you for listening to it. It's about when I was a baby inside my mom's belly before I was born. Yeah, that was me when I was a baby. Yo. Oh, I hate that glare. There you go.